Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. Welcome to our channel. I appreciate you being a viewer and subscriber. You've come to depend on this channel for the truth wherever it might lead us, and I'll give you the exact status of where the stimulus negotiations stand now. I do expect things to change very rapidly because this is a very fluid situation. Let's dig right into it and tell you exactly where things stand right now. Where things stand right now, and you'll see this tweet on your screen from Jeff Stein from the Washington Post, is there is a new hurdle, a new wrinkle in the stimulus negotiations. The Republican Party, Republican senators are trying to include language to have unemployment benefits phase out gradually. I did report yesterday that there was a Republican senator who had proposed that individuals who were getting less than $100 a week in state unemployment benefits should not get the $300 a week federal booster, which was similar to the provision in the Lost Wages Assistance Program. So this Lost Wages Assistance Program that the president passed through executive action lasted for around 5 weeks and did have some limitations, which did not exist with the $600 a week federal booster with the CARES Act. Now, the Democrats are having none of this. They want there to be pressure on Republicans and Democrats, both sides, to make a deal. They want the deadline. They don't want to kick the can down the road. They don't want to be able to phase out nothing. They want it to be a done deal now. Democrats are seeing this as a way to stall negotiations, as a way to avert the cliff that exists. And because keep in mind, if things get pushed back, that gives more people time to complain. That gives more people time to come up with their version of how things should be, what thresholds should be there, what limitations should be there, how phase-outs should occur. Democrats are like, nah, let's just get this done because the clock is ticking. You'll see this article on your screen from the Washington Post. Government funding at risk of expiring tonight as Congress tries to complete a stimulus deal. A late push from Pat Toomey, who's a Republican from Pennsylvania, could be the torpedo, yes, could be the torpedo to the entire stimulus negotiations, the entire $900 billion stimulus deal. Here's a tweet on your screen from Burgess Everett, who's a co-congressional bureau chief of Politico. He reported that Senator Ron Johnson, Republican from Wisconsin, was not happy with what Josh Hawley, Republican from Missouri, was proposing. This actually shows you how many people are involved. We have Republicans essentially contradicting or saying no to other Republicans. So Burgess Everett reported that Senator Ron Johnson said, I not only object to what Senator Hawley is proposing here, but he also says the current package is way too big. Senator Ron Johnson is saying that the $900 billion bill itself is way too big. Therefore, talking about $1,200 stimulus checks, which is what another Republican, Josh Hawley from Missouri, wants, is essentially, he objects to it. And Ron Johnson was on the floor of the Senate today. Here's a tweet on your screen from Jake Sherman at Politico saying, talking about debt and, I quote, mortgaging our children's future. This is in response to Josh Hawley calling for $1,200 stimulus checks. You can see the resistance from within senior members of the Republican Party to what other members of the Republican Party are saying about stimulus checks. Now the tweet on your screen from Jake Sherman, Democrats and Republicans agree for the most part the Toomey language. I'll talk to you about Pat Toomey's language and what he wants. The Toomey language on Federal Reserve is one of the lingering issues, and it has the potential to blow up the entire bill. More tweets on your screen from Burgess Everett, again, co-congressional bureau chief at Politico, and he said that Democrats are claiming that Pat Toomey, Republican from Pennsylvania, is blowing up talks. A Democratic aide said an agreement was in sight to deliver aid to the American people until Senator Toomey and Republicans inserted an 11th hour purely political, unrelated provision to tie Biden's hands and risk throwing the economy into a tailspin. In case you're wondering what is going on, well, Senator Toomey wanted to limit some of the lending capabilities of the Federal Reserve, and he said they should only be used for emergencies and they should not be used on an as-needed basis because the emergency has passed. Well, guess what? Democrats believe the emergency hasn't passed. Do you think the emergency has passed? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. The Democratic aide continues to say, and again reporting from Burgess Everett, the Toomey provision would be an unprecedented change to the law to strip the Fed chair of one of the most important tools to quickly respond to any future economic crisis, indirectly tying the hands of President-elect Biden and the next administration. This is about winding down Fed's emergency lending, which is not a great sign right now. Now, Burgess Everett did point out that while this has indeed become a sticking point, this is not something new. This is not a new surprise from Toomey, unlike what the Democrats were essentially suggesting. It was in previous versions of the Republican bill. So here's what's happening right now, guys. Let me keep it simple for you. Now that we're getting close to an agreement, people are like, well, I said this. You got to listen to me too. And people are like, nah, you didn't. And he's like, yeah, I did. That's what's happening here, guys. Don't lose faith. Don't lose faith. I do not believe that the talks will get blown up. And by the way, if and when the stimulus bill happens, I'm sure there'll be one comment saying, yeah, you were right. But so that's why I try not to make predictions, because look, guys, this is Congress. I'm a 42-year-old citizen journalist on YouTube. I do not have a crystal ball, but based on everything I've seen, this is just last minute haggling. It's not going to blow up the entire deal, in my opinion. So the Republican aide said that Democrat comments are funny when you consider not 9 months ago these facilities constituted a slush fund for Republicans to enrich their billionaire friends. That's what Democrats said about Republicans. Guys, it's almost like, guys, this is like a cartoon show. It's like we're in the middle of a cartoon, but nothing's funny because lives are at stake. We need to put food on the table, we need to pay rent, we need to keep the lights on, and these guys argue about Federal Reserve lending provisions and slush funds for billionaire Republicans. Yep, guys, I'm reporting the news. And another clarification from Burgess Everett, to me, has pushed similar language previously, but not exactly the same. Democrats argue that this is far more restrictive because it would prevent new emergency lending facilities similar to the CARES Act from being established, which is fascinating because what we did in response to the CARES Act was a lot. We did it quick. But what Democrats are saying, you're tying our hands, you're tying the hands of the future administration by trying to limit future lending activities, because that would then have to go again through the House and the Senate. That is what Democrats are saying. And another rather ominous sign, and this just came up with Jake Sherman over at Politico. You'll see this tweet on your screen. We got an update from Senator John Thune. John Thune's a prominent Republican from South Dakota. He's the Senate Majority Whip, so this is an influential figure. In fact, he's the number 2 Senate Republican. He said he does not believe there will be a stimulus deal today. He had hoped for a Sunday vote, but he said it may be later than that. Oh, guys, you never see me speechless. You are now seeing me speechless. Let's continue reporting. He assumes they'll try to pass a stopgap funding bill today through Monday, but said it's going to be hard. That's where things are, everybody. So it looks like they're going to kick the can down the road a little bit more because they're arguing about things at the last minute. You'll find the links to all of our resources in the description section below. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. This, guys, I still believe this is going to happen. Let me be clear, I still believe this is going to happen, but the agonizing wait continues. Let me know what you think below. And as we were wrapping up the production of this video, we just got word, and you see this tweet on your screen from Jake Sherman over at Politico. The Senate Majority Leader has hotlined, I'll tell you what hotline means. He has hotlined a 2-day government funding bill to avoid a shutdown tonight, which means they have still not come to a consensus. They need 2 days, and they're going to work through the weekend to get stuff sorted out. This means that he's basically checking to see, hotlining means he's going to check to see if there's any opposition to passing this 2-day funding extension by unanimous consent. This is not a bad thing. This just means they'll need a little bit more time to wrap things up. I mean, guys, we've waited so long. We've waited months, and let's wait a couple more days. I mean, we have to wait for stuff to play out. Here's a tweet on your screen from Jeff Stein to give us a sense of what's at stake here. And December 26th is when the unemployment benefits, the PUA program and the PEOC programs expire for 12 million of our fellow Americans. On the 31st of December, the eviction moratorium expires, putting 30 million renters at risk. On December 31st, paid leave credit ends. So that's going to be another program that's ending. So where things stand right now, and you see this tweet on your screen from Eric Wasson, and Eric Wasson reports on Congress for Bloomberg News. House will move a 2-day spending bill tonight to avoid a shutdown. So the House will vote on a 2-day spending bill. It'll get through everything quickly. And McCarthy, here's another tweet on your screen from Jake Sherman over at Politico. Kevin McCarthy, the House Minority Leader, the number 1 Republican in the House, in other words, the equivalent of the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on the House side, but he's the House Minority Leader because the House Majority Leader is Steny Hoyer on the Democrat side. He said the negotiators are close to an agreement and he's in favor of a stopgap bill to allow for talks to wrap. What that basically means is the government will continue to function through the weekend and for people to read the unreleased agreement. So it seems like there is an agreement. They're just waiting to wrap up talks. I'll let you know as soon as the agreement is released and final numbers are out. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. I want you to know that you are greatly appreciated. This channel, the Ignition Time channel, is a labor of love. It's a labor of love for you. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. This is some information about me. I am a proud patriot of the United States of America. For me, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I'm American first. We are all American first. I release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time. If you want to get breaking news and alerts from us, if you want to get important news and information from us that's relevant to the country, that's relevant to the economy, because matters of the country impact the economy, and matters that help you make more money, save more money, and invest more money. Country, economy, and money. That is what the Ignition Time channel is all about. I want you to please click subscribe. If you want to hear from us, get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time. So type that out into the body of the text message and then send that text message to the number 70,000. That's 70000, and you'll get added to our SMS alerts list going forward. You can opt out of the SMS alerts at any point in time that you want. You can also get added to our email list if you want important news and information from us. You can get added to our email list by simply going to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and you can opt out of the emails at any point in time that you want. Follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. You'll get exclusive news and content from us on Instagram. Also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So make sure you follow us on Twitter. We release breaking news and alerts on Twitter. So make sure you follow us there. Now keep in mind that YouTube does not always send out notifications on time. So all you have to do is simply bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. And then you'll be able to visit the home page of our channel and then check out our videos at any point in time that you want. You won't be dependent on YouTube notifications. If you learn something new from this video, please click the like button. Gently tap that like button. In fact, I want you to ignite that subscribe button and ignite that notification button, because the name of our channel is Ignition Time. You learn something new from other members of our community, please comment below. Our community is intelligent, it's bipartisan, it's respectful. You might make some new friends in our community, so definitely comment below. You'll also find the links to all of our resources always in the description section below, so you know what our new sources are and you can check them out for yourself. Please share this video with friends and family if you learned something new. Thank you so much. Don't forget to click like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications. That really helps out the YouTube algorithm. I would really appreciate that. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.